And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Oh my god, I apologize. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the video, but I apologize for the extended break, the extended delay. I did give an update in the chat, of course, over on YouTube and on Twitch, that the players were having dinner. I'm celoso. I'm a little bit jealous. But the players were all having dinner. They were getting food. Apparently they were having chicken, some potatoes, some lovely cuisine, papi over in Krefeld, and now they're stocked up. They're good to go, and we're ready to jump back into our series. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the German Protoss player. We have the let's go. We have the blue Protoss for Streamer Zone. It is Jumy. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player. We have the Finnish Zerg. It is Mixu. Again, I believe it's getting quite late over in Europa, so you know, we're kind of winding things down a little bit here. We are nearing the end of the group stage, the end of day one. Hope everyone has been enjoying the first day so far at HomeStory Cup. And before I get ahead of myself, you know what time it is in the chat. It's Gamma time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our ZVP. Coming into this, I look forward to it here. Mixu, he of course was featured earlier in the broadcast up against Showtime. Did have a bit of a harder time against Showtime, but I do want to believe that Mixu and Jumy, they are going to be closer in skill. Jumy is also a very different kind of player. He's a lot more aggressive, much more aggressive here in Protoss vs Zerg. A little more creative, a little more in your face. So we should be seeing a very different dynamic between Jumy and Mixu. Let's go. I believe the probe went down. So something that happened off screen there, which happened against Showtime as well, is that Mixu pulled the boys and killed the probe. He did kill the first workers. He's upset. Smooch. But this is something that Mixu does enjoy doing from time to time. So it did snipe the first worker. Oh my god! And we are going into an all-in. Let's go! We're going into the all-in. We do have the initial Roach Warren thrown down, and there's no scouting out of Jumy as he lost the first scouting probe. No vision, no scouting, no idea as to what's going on. Not yet, at least. Not yet. Also, before I get ahead of myself, a big... Oh! Just got there from... Schnickenplatz. Yeah, baby, yeah. I do not understand this reference. German people in the chat, let me know. But if you're in the chat, also thank you so much to, hold on, scrolling up, to GamerGaz, thank you so much for the 100 bits in the chat. It was during the downtime, during the break that we had, but thank you so much for the bits as we are getting into our game, as we are getting into our all-in. Link speed is on the way, roaches are amassing, links are amassing as well. We're cutting workers at 20 drones. That's all we have, that's all we need. Luna take a third base. Meanwhile, the adept does go in, and the adept should see no saturation, no drones at the natural. That's a massive tell here for Jumy. But was Jumy paying attention? Did he notice that there were no workers? He's about to double check. He does see the roaches, he knows. Hopefully he's paying attention. Once again, no saturation. There's only one drone here. The roaches were spotted, and Jumy does recall. He recalls back home. Shield batteries are on the way, and we'll see if he can hold on. We'll see if he can survive as the all-in is coming. It's waddling across the map. Chicken place. Oh, they have their in-house, like, you know, cuisine. I just know that chicken and potatoes. What kind of chicken, what kind of potatoes? No idea. Is that all they had? No idea either. But I'm hungry. As here we go, we do have the pulsar beam on the roaches. They're going to be targeted down, force them off into Ravagers. Lings, they try to engage, and the first roach does go down to one roach left. One roach, one Ravager. Biles. Ooh, they don't quite connect. The gateway is under fire. Shield does heal the gate, and we're holding. Yeah, Jumy, he's holding. He's defending. He's shutting this down. The all-in wasn't too successful. There was no third base, so at least he's containing Jumy on two bases, but Jumy, he's perfectly safe, perfectly sound. Jumy holds. He does hold. Behind this Mixu, now he starts droning, but Mixu, he is far behind in the economy. 23 to 33 workers. We got a lot of droning to do, and alas, Jumy is moving out. Jumy, he breaks out. We do have some links and roaches to harass to potentially force a cancel. Jumy out of position completely. He's out of position. Links a force a cancel. Nicely done. Jumy. 9 PM8 left for us EUD gens. True. No. As Lings, they do slip into the bases. The wall's not a wall. Okay. Lings, they dip in. Head for the main. And meanwhile, there was a supply block. Third Oracle is delayed. Probe's going to be going down as well. Not bad. Getting 3 probe kills. Some damage is done at the same time across some of the devs are still wreaking havoc. They're still keeping up. As Mixu, he will defend. Does force a shade. Oracles, they move back out. I mean, this is still just a really shaky game state here where Mixu's drone count is still very low. He is trying to re-drone. He's up to 33 workers compared to the 40 probes here of Jumy. Once again, looking for another cancel. Oh, it's going to be close. Doesn't get it. Doesn't quite get it. Not quite in the end. The expansion this time will survive. And Jumy is getting into the mid-game. So far, Jumy is still in a better position. Also, melee is on the way. Mixu is still droning, still saturating. We're building back up. Okay. Time to calm down. Time to macro. Again, it's been a shaky follow-up here out of Jumy, but he does still have that triple Oracle. No Spore at the third. Yeah, the Spore is still on the way. Oracle dives in, goes to the Queen. And the Queen will go down. Spore does finish, despite that, drones are still falling. 7 drone kills. Going for the Queen as well, but it's going to cost him 1 Oracle. But does get 2 Queens, and now going for the 3rd Queen as well. A little bit greedy here, but it looks like it will still get the Queen. Yeah, 3 Queen kills. Oracles, they get away. Revelation in the main. And Mixu is still droning. Despite the losses, Mixu is still droning. Still resaturating. Jumy, the follow-up here, is going to be working towards Blink. Blink and +1. Blink and +1 on the way. Jumy is now moving out, being active on the map. Mixu, he's also massing up his own Zerglings here, and he may try to get this around, but alas, he still has to wait for more Lings. Yeah, Lings are still massing. Stasis is denied. There's another one behind this. Nice blink control out of Jumy. Jumy pushing forward. He wants the 4th base. Again, he's got how many? He's got 18 Stalkers. Dives on the Queens. The Queens are isolated on their own. Queens, they go down one after the other. Massive pickups. No more Queens. The base goes down, and Mixu, he is hurting. He's in trouble here. He's trying to engage, trying to keep up. Picks off 1 Stalker, just 1. And the base falls. Lings moving in once again. Getting a 2nd Stalker and a 3rd. Yeah, Stalkers are falling, not bad. Yeah, there's the recall. Stalkers are cleaned up. Mixu does somewhat defend back at home, but it costs him a base. Costs him a base. Cost him the expansion. He's still down in workers, still down in economy. Chasing down whatever he can. Alas, there's still 11 Stalkers back at home. And Jumy now taking up. Now taking up into what? Into charge. We have charge on the way. 2nd Robo, the Bay into double Colossus production. The meta's been all about Storm as of late, but Colossus, I mean, still valuable. Still does hold value. Still very effective. Especially in this kind of game state, which is a little bit more shaky. Mixu taking up towards Hydras. Is getting there. But still needs more time. Still needs Jumy to back up. But he's not. He keeps going. Takes down the Queen. Takes down some tumors. Gets eyes on the would-be 4th. Oh, did just finish. Mixu should be able to hold on. Nice setup on the high ground. Oracles, they dive in. They were taking Stalkers. Lings, they can't quite engage. Hydra's trying to push forward as well. They don't quite get on top of the Oracles, but they do clean up the Stalkers. I mean, these are expensive losses here for Jumy. But Jumy, he can somewhat afford it. Pulls away. Massing on more Colossus. He's got one so far. Again, making two at a time. Now to a second Colossus. And here comes Jumy. And I'll be honest, I don't know how Mixu defends against this. The best case is surround. If he can surround the army, then maybe. But he's up against a massive amount of Colossus. Lings, they do catch one though. Not bad. One Colossus will go down. He gets one. And okay, it's going to be a costly trade though. Mixu's going to lose everything. The Hydras, the Zerglings, does depower some of the Robos. Both the Robos even. He will delay the push. And unfortunately back at home, again, it's just been a really awkward and shaky game. Mixu is on 55 workers, he can't really afford much. There's no Lurker Den, there's no Den, there's no Hive. Defending against Colossus, it's going to be a tough ask. As they just swipe away at the Hydras. Again, this is just a really fragile army for Mixu. Whether it would have been Colossus or Storm, like either one would excel against this. This is where Lurkers are necessary to try to survive and get into a longer game state. But Mixu doesn't have the money for Lurkers. Doesn't have the economy for it. Without Lunkers, it's a tough hold. Like, you can maybe pull off this defense with Vipers, true. If you have some Vipers, you maybe abduct the Colossus and deal with this army that way. As Lings are dealt with, Colossus, they do push through. Nice control, saves juggles the Colossus, will lose one. One Colossus goes down. Oh god, the Hydras start to step in. And the Hydras are falling down to two Hydras. Once again, juggles back. GG gets called, and Jumy, he will take game number 1. GG. Jumy, he does take a lead in the series. Again, a bit of an intense and awkward game there with Mixu initially opening up with an all-in, with a Ling Roach all-in. It did hit fast and hard, but at the same time, it did kind of fall apart. Did kind of fall apart. Then we had a shaky back and forth there from that. Mixu, he never quite recovered economically. He was losing base after base, mineral after mineral land after mineral land, and GG. GG, well played. With that, Jumy takes the lead, and now we're getting the game number 2. And we'll see if Jumy can close it out. We'll see if Mixu can force the ace match. Let's go. Let us go. So we're getting into our next game. Going to be loading into Tokamak. Tokamak is a larger map of the map pool, so these kind of aggressive builds are not as incentivized on a large map like Tokamak, so we should be seeing something a little bit different. A little bit. Let's go. Lunacy versus Mixu. We should be covering that at the end of the broadcast, but that's going to be our final series. Lunacy versus Mixu. That'll be our final series. So here we go. So you're jumping into game number 2. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Tokamak, we have the German Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Streamer Zone, leading the series 1-0. It is Jumy. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the red Zerg. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back and make a series out of this. It is Mixu. We go. And again, welcome on all to Tokamak. Tokamak is one of the larger maps of the map pool. Longer rushes to spy ground, more defendable bases as well. So I don't expect to see as early an aggressive build out of Mixu. That's not really what we're expecting, but we'll see. We'll see how Mixu will approach Jumy. I do feel like part of why he did go for his initial all-in last game was just because he was unscouted. He was able to snipe the initial scouting probe. We'll see if he can do it again. This time we'll pay attention. Probe does dip in. Can Mixu trap the probe? This time coming in from behind. Doesn't go into the mineral line. Jumy, he's actually being careful with it. So far, hatch gas pool. And Jumy just being a little more careful. He throws down the spray. Let's go. Throws it down. And from here, standard setup. Just gate expand into Cybercore. Likewise, hatch gas pool. Probe survives. Jumy does pull away. Behind this Stargate opener out of Jumy. Just going for a standard setup. Stargate into a third base. Oracle opener, I would imagine. Of course, a Void Ray opener is still viable. Still on the table. May go for it. Jumy does poke in. Pokes in, Stargate is done. It is going to be the Oracle first, so just standard opener out of Jumy. And this time there's nothing crazy, right? There's no fast Roach War, no Bathing Nest, no gases. Like calming down. 2 up second one-shot workers. Oh, misplaced Evo Chamber. And if they get in, they get 1. They get 2. 2 drone kills so far. As they shade further into the main. One of them does go down, thankfully. So this won't get too out of hand. It does get a third drone before being dealt with. And do you see what I see? No third. Oh. There's no third expansion. We do have a Stargate opener into a Robo into a Twilight Council. This does scream Archon drop. That's what this screams here. And I mean, technically this can lead into like a weird charge all-in or something crazy like that. But this should be a Robo into Twilight Council, into War Prism, into Templar Archives. Into those Archons. Meanwhile, 4 drones go down, but the Oracle takes a lot of hits, a lot of damage. Evo Chambers on the way. This shouldn't be a 2-base all-in. This should be a lead up into a third, a delayed third base for Jumy. Yep, there it is, Templar Archives. As I mentioned, Archon drop. If you recall, we were mentioning this build when we were casting Optimist earlier. Just because we assumed that he was going for that against Lambo, and then he went for a crazy all-in instead. But this should just be an economic opener, or I should say like a macro build. It's a delayed third base, that is true, but we're going to be secure, and we're going to have map control with the Archons. Prism moves out. Templar Archives will finish up by the time the Prism gets across the map, then you can warp in the High Templar. And again, this is a build that is very trendy amongst the Polish Protoss players, amongst Mana, Geralt, Cristiano. Mainly Mana and Cristiano. I mean, very fond of it. Jumy mixing it in as well. There it is. Here come the Archons, and here comes the drop. And again, this is just for map control. Ideally, you want to hunt down Overlords, hunt down Queens, pick off a couple of drones while you expand and saturate your third, and build up towards Storm and towards Charge. And upgrades. Drone moves in. Oh my god, the drones are exposed. Yeah, so far 4 drones going to be going down. Archons, they want more than that, so they're going to get it. Picking on some Zerglings, going for the queens, no transfuse. Yeah, queen goes down, and Jumy just going for the kill at this point, and GG gets called. Jumy, he was expanding, he was working on the next step, but he found an opening. There was nothing to defend, and just like that, Jumy will claim the series at 2-0. Whew. GG. A build that was not meant to end the game, was not meant to kill, but he found an opening. He found an opening nonetheless. There was a way in. Unfortunately, Mixu, he was cutting corners. Mixu, I did notice myself that he didn't really have much of an army to work with. He had queens and drones. That's really all that he had. GG. GG, well played. Caught with his pants down. Caught with his pants down completely. And Jumy, he will claim the series. He will take down Mixu 2-0. And with that, let's have a look at the bracket. Let's figure out what the hell's going on. Where are we? And what is up next? Let's catch up. GG. GG, well played. So let's catch up on the brackets and figure out where we are. Bam. Beautiful. Okay, round 4 already done. Jesus. Round 4 is already concluded. Those were really fast games. I mean, our series was pretty fast as well, but these were even faster. Showtime takes down Spirit 2-0. They very fast as a 3. Baby Marine takes out Lunacy 2-0. Jumy takes out Mixu. A bunch of 2-0s here. And with that, we have 1 series left. We have 1 round remaining. We have round 5, Showtime versus Baby Marine. We have Spirit versus Jumy and Mixu versus Lunacy. I mentioned this before, but we will be casting Mixu and Lunacy here on the CranKy Ducklings. That's going to be our next series. Meanwhile, the mainstream, just double checking, the mainstream are going to be covering Spirits and Jumy. Okay, Spirit versus Jumy is going to be over on the mainstream instead. Just as a heads up. Meanwhile, let's scroll up here. It looks like regardless of what happens, we have our confirmed players. Oh my god. Okay, Showtime comes out in first place, and not too far behind him, Baby Marine. Baby Marine, calm down. Not dropping a single series. He 2-0s Lunacy. He 2-1s Mixu. We covered that series, of course. He takes down Spirit, and of course he took down Jumy as well. So we are here to determine the seeding of Showtime and Baby Marine as 1 and 2 in that next matchup. So yeah, exciting stuff here. Of course, the mainstream are going to be covering Spirit and Jumy. We are going to be covering Mixu and Lunacy, and I guess we already have our top 2. Again, crazy results here, crazy upsets. Spirit, everyone, I think most people expected Spirit to be one of the few to make it through, but no, not Spirit. Baby Marine instead. Time for the next generation. Let's go. Let us go. But yes, we have 1 series remaining, but it sounds like there's going to be a segment over on the clean feed or over on the mainstream. Looks like they're planning something. What are they going to do? What's happening? Hold on. Bam. Okay, so it sounds like they're planning to do something over on the mainstream. I don't know what it is, but we were just notified that they have like a segment that they're going to go through. Is it time to make some shots? Is it is it time for Gabe to make some pizza? We'll find out. But yeah, they have their own graphic here. Beautiful. Oh, who's on the couch? We have Loco. Not too familiar with the other people on the couch, not gonna lie. Not too familiar. If you know, let us know. Is that Bomioja? Is Bomioja at HomeStory Cup? That's Bomioja, right? Am I crazy? That's Bully. Oh my god. Checking Twitter.